There's always like one curl that looks like super wonky, huh? Just for some reason. What did I ever do to you? Hey guys! I know I look a little crazy right now, but I really want to do a baking and brows video. So I've already started with my face prep and all of that. I haven't put any powder on or anything like that, so I just look like a ghost. But I just kind of want to show you my baking process. I don't do it a lot, and I don't do like excessive baking, but I have been baking my concealer like slightly. So I'm just going to show you my concealer baking routine and how I do my brows. I'm going to do two separate brows because I have like a preference for like two different ways. So I'll do one of each and then that's it. Okay, well, let's get started. I've been using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I've already blended my foundation out, and I'm just going to start with applying my concealer right under my eye. Oh, sorry about the, there's kids downstairs. Ooh, I look like a crazy clown. I like to highlight my little cupid's bow. I look kind of crazy. So what I do first in this baking process is that I will let this concealer sit on my face without blending for about 10 minutes before I even blend it out. So that's going to be the first step, is going to be just let the concealer bake on your face and dry down a bit before you blend it out. So I'll be right back in about 10 minutes. You could always do something else during this time. Sometimes I do my hair, or I make some more coffee, or get a snack. Just, I don't know, anything so you're not just sitting here like blank for 10 minutes going, wow, this is a waste of time. Sometimes, yeah, I'll do my hair during this time, or, you know, just anything else that you could think of. Pick out your outfit for the day, whatever. I look crazy. I have this cute little sweater from Torrid on today. I really like it. Alright, well, I'm going to go back to drinking my coffee. So it's been about 10 minutes, and I'm going to take my beauty blender that I used to apply my foundation, and I'm going to use the side that I didn't use so it's cleaner. And I just start blending out down here because I don't want it to be too bright. I just want a little highlight there. Whereas by the time I get to my under eye, this will have soaked up a lot of the concealer, and I would prefer to have it have the most coverage there, if that makes sense. I like using concealer for multiple reasons. I mean, a lot of people use it for coverage, but I like to use it as a highlight too. I know that's a really popular thing for a lot of people, but I really agree with that. I feel like you want to conceal and brighten your face. So I just blend out from the bottom. Don't go too far up into where your waterline is quite yet. You want to save that for the last part. Blend this out. Everybody's home for Christmas break, so kid noises. And then just go up into your waterline and just a couple of taps. Don't overblend your waterline. Make sure you blend out. Can you believe how much time they give these kids off for these breaks? I mean, literally, these kids are out from the 20th of December to January 13th. Can you believe that? January 13th. Was that like a month almost? I mean, come on. Not that I don't love my children. and my nieces. But I mean, it's an excessive amount of time. People who work only get Christmas Day off. Okay, so now, sometimes I'll do like a second layer. Also, you need to know about baking because for like different skin types, you'll want to use different products. And this is just a little bit of Shape Tape. And I'm just going to put it right there. I'm not going to wait for it to dry down. I'm just going to do it right. But for mature skin, you really need to have a moisturizing concealer. Honestly, I need to get a more moisturizing concealer. I'm only 28, but I'm getting a lot more fine lines and stuff like that. So I really need to invest in one. But I haven't picked one yet. I've been doing research. A lot of people say the It Cosmetics one is a really good one, but I don't know how moisturizing it is. But they say it has really great coverage. But with this technique in aging skin too, you have to be really careful because a lot of people think if you bake, you're going to be like, oh, there's no lines there at all. And it really, you can't get rid of your lines. Like, you're still going to see lines no matter what happens. It's just a part of having skin. Like, you have skin. So you're just going to have to be kind of okay with that and have skin. But this will help with like discoloration. If you have a lot of like really bad discoloration, I would recommend color correcting. And there's some really great YouTube videos, so I would look into color correcting for different skin types, like darker skin. Jackie Aina's great. Mel C's Makeup and Style, I think she has one about color correcting. Maybe she just has one about concealers for mature skin. But anyway, it's a good watch. So I would just consider like watching videos, lots of them, just to find what works for your skin type. And just remember, at the end of the day, you have skin. You do. So I'm going to use the ColourPop No Filter setting powder, and I'm going to get like a little... This is what happens when I set my brushes next to my camera. I don't know why I keep doing it. Alright, and this is like the kind of brush I'm going to use for this. And I'm going to take this powder, and it's not white, even though it says translucent. It's actually kind of, it's got like a yellowy beige color to it. And I'm just going to tap a lot off. I don't like to bake like where you can like see it. And a lot of people like to bake with a wet beauty blender, but just tap it. Don't drag. Just tap. And I just tap that setting powder. And it is going to be a little bit too much, but you don't want to dry it out. Excuse me. If you notice like a little crinkle or something, fix it before you put the powder on, because there's no going back. And I don't ever do my brows before I do my face. I know a lot of people do that, but it's not me. So now I'm going to actually just take my Fit Me pressed powder, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the rest of my face. I will overlap kind of where I put that setting powder at, just to kind of blend it in, so that you don't have like that stark whiteness. And I don't really let it sit for way too long. So about when see all the powder that came off there? When I'm done with that, I'm going to take a setting mist, and this is what I learned from Jackie Aina. So this is Iconic London Prep Set Glow, so this is going to be like more radiant because it has a shimmer to it. She sprays it, and then she just like puts her brush through the air like that, so it doesn't get like wet, but it has a little bit on it. And then I'm gonna go through here and kind of just get rid of any excess. I'm gonna do it one more time for the other eye. Just a little bit. I used to really only want to do like a mattifying look because I hated being oily, but I don't know, lately I've been really into like looking a little bit more radiant. So now I'm gonna move on to brows, and I have a couple of different brow products, and I'll share with you what I have and like what's my favorite. So I have these, I have this Goof Proof brow pencil from Benefit Cosmetics. I'm not that big of a fan of it, and everybody uses it. I mean, not everybody, but like all the YouTubers use it and stuff, but I'm not huge on it. Mostly because, okay. This dulls out, like this tip right here. When you first get it, it has a really great pointed edge to it, but it really like dulls out, and then you can't get quite as precise with it, and it becomes pretty blunt. And it's just too thick of a pencil, like for my liking. When I first used it, I loved it, but since then, not really. This is the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil from e.l.f., and this is actually my favorite because the pencil part of this is so teeny tiny. Like, do you see that? You can really get precise with that. I love that about this one. Comes with a little thing on the end. It's a NYX 3-in-1. Like, it's a pencil, a powder, and like a brow gel, I think it is. Because I change my hair color so often, I really need to get like more brow products or more colors, but I already have so many. So this is the 3-in-1 NYX brow pencil, and this is in ash brown. This is the tip of like the pencil. It's all broken right now. It's not like huge, but it's not like small. And then right here is like a powder that you can like fill in with, I guess. I've never really used this part. And then this part is like a brow gel, but it's like tinted. So it's like a color. I also have the Give Me Brow Volumizing Fiber. I have this guy, which I really like this guy. I don't love the pencil. So also, I know like it's unpopular opinion to do this, but it's one of my favorite ways to do brows, especially as someone who changes her hair color like almost daily, it feels like. I really just go through like my eyeshadow palette and kind of find what eyeshadow will match me. So this is my Jaclyn Hill palette. It's super dirty, don't judge me. And I just take like this dark color and this dark color, and I blend them in with an angled brow brush, and I just fill it in, and then I use the Gimme Brow on top of that. So even though this e.l.f. is not my color right now, I will still show you how to use this brush, and then I'll just darken it up with some powder later. But this is one of my favorite brow products, and I need to get a darker one because I absolutely love this brow product. So what I will do is I will start with an outline for my brow. And I know a lot of people do, even if they have darker hair, they do like a lighter color. They don't do a black. I don't know. I just think brows can just be anything. Lately I've been going a little bigger with my brows. I wonder if I should go back to smaller. So I just kind of outline it first. So basically I just have the shape right now, and then I will just kind of brush stroke fill in the brow. Not necessarily like coloring it in, but I'm just like flicking back and forth, making sure it's nice and full. And then I'll go up in the front a little bit, and I'll go upwards. I'm not one of those people who does like fluffy, where it looks really natural, I guess. I fill in my brows. There's no secret. Okay, and then after that, I will brush them. And I will find my concealer brush. Here it is. And I will pick up some. And then I clean up the edges. Just because I don't, you know, I think it's hard to get it right on the first try. Also, holy crap, I need to do my brows. So that looks good to me. This was the color that I was using when I had like red hair. And I'm just gonna kind of tap that in. And then I will take some powder and I will cover that up. Where my concealer was at, just set it. I do like a high arch. I kind of look like I'm always like, what are you up to? I guess it's like my mom thing. And then I'll take this guy, the Gimme Brow guy. This is a little darker than this color. And I'll just kind of flick around in here. This is tinted, so just like kind of be careful with that. Because if you go over it, then you'll be, I don't know, screwed. So this is kind of my brow when I do it that way. Also, I need to get my brows done so bad. And then I will take, for my other side, I'm going to take my Jaclyn Hill palette, like I said. I'm going to take this spoolie and I'm going to brush this guy out. Because it's a powder, there's so much like makeup and stuff already on my brow. It's good to try to get some of it off so that you can get the product to like penetrate. So I just have like an angled brush right here. And then I'll dip into both of those colors. And then I will outline my brow. I don't really have a problem with my brows when I use powders or eyeshadows, like with fallout or even smudging off or anything. I know a lot of people are afraid of like their eyebrows coming off. I mean, I guess if I got in like a pool or something, it would come off, but I mean, I don't know why I would be wearing a full face of makeup while swimming. If you want to, you do that. That's totally up to you. I used to always wear makeup like no matter where I went because I was so insecure. So I was always like, I need to wear makeup just to go outside and ride my bike. I mean, probably not because I didn't start doing makeup till I was like 15. But anytime I had to go to or went to the grocery store with my mom or like did anything at all, I had to make sure I had makeup on. Like makeup was just not optional. It was mandatory. But now I have 2 kids and I've grown up a little bit more. I've kind of found that I don't need to always be wearing makeup all the time. And it became more of like a fun thing to do where I was like, oh wait, I really want to wear makeup today. I want to look nice for some reason. I don't know. I get my kids from school. See, I really prefer when I have darker hair to have darker brows. And I just take like the pointy edge of it and I just flick upwards in the front. See? Look at that brow. I do better with the powder probably than I do with anything. I'm probably not even going to clean that up. I like it. And then after that, what I will do is I will take some powder over top of it. Just make sure that everything is set in place. And then I will take the Gimme Brow Gel, or is that what it's called? Yeah. And then I'll just go through here and do the same thing before. Can you believe that Christmas came so fast? For like the first year though, I got my Christmas shopping done pretty early. Alright, brow number 1, brow number 2. I'm always more inclined to do the powder because I feel like I'm better with it. and I prefer the look of it. So, I mean, that's up to you. So this is my video on baking and brows. I'm gonna do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. So don't forget to give it a like if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Have a good day.